Ingrid, same question for you, not the Swiftie part, but the billionaire part. When did you get interested in thinking about the phenomenon of billionaires?
Yeah, just like Jessica, I've been thinking about distributive justice and inequality since I became a political philosopher, but specifically about wealth concentration and billionaires since 2012, when I for the first time gave a keynote lecture on the idea of a richest line.
Okay,
just like the poverty line, that you have a richest line.
So it's a hot topic, and we're glad to be tapping into it.
Third, there's market luck. And as the economist Robert Frank explains in this fantastic little book, in so-called winner-takes-all markets, there are many highly talented people who are all extremely talented, so they all could do the job. But when we examine the determinants of who exactly gets picked by the market to be the winner, the role of luck is small, but since it's the only thing that varies between the different people, luck is what ultimately makes the difference in explaining who will be the one that dominates the market. Now, all of this, of course, goes against our self-understanding in neoliberal societies, where we're constantly told that we are responsible for how well off or how poor we are, and that we can also take credit. Yet the influence of luck on our success is much larger than we like to acknowledge.
And I think that, so Ingrid was saying, well, we should just zoom out to this like broader structural level. But if we zoom out to that broader structural level, I don't think we should be focusing on billionaires in particular anyhow, because I think that the desire to focus on billionaires, there's, last I looked, like fewer than 1,000 billionaires in the United States. That is really individualizing social problems and like kind of displaying the same kind of influence or impulse to focus on individual actors rather than looking at like the broader structure. And then there's this other question, which is, how do we have the broader structure of the economic system in a way that is making trade-offs that are going to be conducive to growth, which is good for everybody, including the worst off, rather than detrimental to growth? Well, and that's like the core of the issue, I think.
I do think that we all agree and understand here that you made this point in your opening, Ingrid, that we're not strictly speaking just about people who cross that 1 billion mark, but about high concentrations of wealth generally. And again, our avatar for this is Taylor Swift. But we're talking about something that's broader and deeper than just the 1,000 billionaires that include Taylor Swift now.
But then I don't see how we can solve a variety of collective action problem and properly care for those who were really unlucky with their natural lottery ticket and with their social lottery ticket in lives. So, for example, we've seen that social mobility is getting worse, that inequalities are growing, and we invest less in education and so on. So, and this is not something you can leave to private parties.
2, Kansas City, surprise songs were Last Kiss and Dorothea. Loved it. My best friend Ryan, he's on a group chat with other people in my family, and we all talk about the mashups in the tour and our favorite lyrics. And we made the friendship bracelets, and we, we'll hold on to these memories forever, as Taylor would say. And that is the best thing about Taylor's work. Like sports and like other kinds of entertainment products that are producing billionaires today, her music can create a lot of common ground across generational and political and economic and cultural divides. And in this way, her work is fostering what I would say is a very important form of egalitarianism, which is relational egalitarianism, or this spirit of like mutual respect and solidarity and the unconditional exchange of friendship bracelets and overcoming our disagreements and differences. And because her music is freely accessible to everybody on the radio and on the internet, she's really materially benefited a bunch of people who couldn't access even more expensive forms of leisure and entertainment. And so all of this stuff that Taylor has done for the world is priceless. You can't put a price tag on how influential and important her work has been to so many people.